What it do, Durag Nation? Sony ponies, it's that time of the year again. September is a few weeks away, which means a brand new PlayStation event. So get your copium ready, Bloodborne and Kingdom Hearts fans, you two Insomniac enjoyers. We have an idea of what to expect according to the biggest insider in gaming, and I'm excited for what Sony is cooking. We'll also talk about what it means for Marvel's Wolverine and the Venom game after the newest leaks. Decent amount of news to cover today, so I'll respect your time and quickly tell you everything you need to know. First, Hulk smash that like button so YouTube shares the news, or change it to a dislike if the video was dog water. I'm not exaggerating when I say a September PlayStation event has been a tradition. Sony has not skipped this month since 2019, hosting several PlayStation showcases, but always at least one state of play. And according to the leak god Jeff Grubb, this year will be no different. On the latest episode of his Game Mess Mornings podcast, while discussing exactly how screwed Concord 2, Fair Games, probably is, Grubb said he's confident to announce there will be a new PlayStation event in September. He has quite literally never been wrong about when a PlayStation event is happening, and many people have looked very stupid when doubting him. So let's call it confirmation. The one thing he's not sure of is if it's a state of play or a showcase, but he's predicting a state of play. Sony has been hosting a PlayStation showcase at least every other year since 2020, with the last one happening in 2023, headlined by Spider-Man 2. So this would be the year we're due for one, and it's likely the last PlayStation event of the year, so they'll want it to be big. Last year, Sony ended 2024 with a state of play that showcased the new PS5 Pro and announced the world premiere of Ghost of Yotei. The sequel to Ghost of Tsushima will certainly be at this new PlayStation event, no matter what it is, since Ghost is Sony's most high-profile release of 2025 and is launching at the beginning of October. What else they reveal depends on the show. Grubb mentioned that if it's a state of play, his expectations were low, with him not expecting Wolverine or even the new Metroidvania God of War game launching in 2026. He was just expecting Ghost of Yotei for the reasons I outlined, and maybe a major partner announcement, like how at the June State of Play, we got a surprise world premiere of 007 First Light gameplay and Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I would also expect to see Phantom Blade Zero, which showed up during Gamescom and will likely be getting an official release date soon. I also wouldn't be surprised if Sony confirmed a remaster for Infamous 1 and 2. The creative director over at Sucker Punch recently revealed he wanted to revive the franchise with a new game, as well as updating the originals, so don't sleep on this possibility. If this is a showcase, however, things get really interesting. According to the most recent leak, it's claimed Insomniac has internally delayed Wolverine to 2027 and plans to launch Marvel's Venom in 2026. If there is a showcase, Insomniac would almost certainly have to be there if they have anything releasing in the near future. I'm sure Sony execs would be applying a lot of pressure because their games tend to sell a lot of PlayStations, which is great for stock prices. But if Insomniac didn't show up at all to a showcase, we can assume Venom was canceled and Wolverine is still maybe a year or two away, possibly having gotten a major rework due to the cyber attack and the creative director of the game leaving the project. If it is a state of play, Insomniac not being there wouldn't be a surprise, even if they have something ready. They did this with the Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus announcement, saving the reveal trailer for literally the day after a state of play. In 2022, Insomniac also announced the Spider-Man 2 Winter 2023 release window in a blog post at the end of the year instead of during any of Sony's earlier state of plays. So again, when it comes to PlayStation events, Insomniac rarely actually shows up unless they have something major to announce or are in full marketing mode for an upcoming game. The only other superhero games I'd expect at the state of play besides Insomniac would be Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. IGN leaked Doctor Strange is coming to the game, so an announcement trailer wouldn't be surprising. There's also Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is launching this year, and Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. That's definitely the type of game Sony would like to promote, and that game has to reveal gameplay soon since it's supposed to launch in early 2026. I could totally see Sony having a deal in place with Skydance, like with the 007 First Light, to premiere the Rise of Hydra gameplay at their show. I'll keep you up to date as more details of the show emerge, but there is still some pretty big superhero news you may have missed. After nearly 20 years, we are finally getting a new Superman game. Click the video on screen to learn more. Also, huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon.